Let me ask you something honest. Have you ever felt too small, too stained, or too ordinary for God to use? Because if you have, you're exactly the kind of person he's looking for. See, we live in a world obsessed with image, a world that says you need credentials, a platform, a perfect past. But God, he's not like that. Listen to what Paul says in 1 Corinthians 1:27. But God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. It's a scandal, really. God doesn't choose who he would choose. He doesn't scroll through the religious elite and handpick the polished and proud. He goes to the forgotten, the rejected, the overlooked. And this isn't just a poetic verse, it's a pattern. He chose David Amawin, the youngest son, not even invited to the lineup when Samuel came looking for a king. He chose Mary, a poor teenage girl, to carry the Messiah. He chose Peter, the loudmouth fisherman who would deny him 3 times, to be the rock of the church. And he chose Paul, a man who once murdered Christians, to write half the New Testament. Do you see it? God keeps choosing the least likely. And that means he might just be choosing you. But here's the controversial part. What if the people God wants to use today don't look like the church people we expect? What if it's the ex-addict who still smells like smoke, the single mom who feels like she's drowning in shame, the young person questioning everything they were raised to believe, the man covered in tattoos who's more comfortable in a bar than a pew? Could God be calling them? Not after they clean up, but right now? It sounds dangerous, doesn't it? But Jesus did this over and over again. He called fishermen, tax collectors, prostitutes, not after they got their lives together, but in the middle of their mess. He saw potential where the world saw a problem. He saw destiny where others saw damage. And maybe today, you're the one standing on the outside, convinced God could never use someone like you. But you need to hear this. God is not afraid of your past. He's not surprised by your weakness. He's not holding auditions for the most impressive resume. He's looking for hearts that say, I don't have much, but I'm willing. Because when God chooses the least likely, he gets all the glory. You don't have to be qualified. You just have to be called. And you are. So to the unlikely, the unqualified, the overlooked, you're not disqualified. You're actually exactly the kind of person God delights in using. He chose David, he chose Mary, he chose Peter, and he's choosing you. Don't wait to be perfect. Just say yes.